Hello, welcome back to Masters Bike Mods, part 3 of the hybrid flat bar to drop bar conversion. So we've been quite busy in the shed, if you want to come in. So as you remember, the levers are going to be mounted on the stem. So the first step was basically to drill a hole. I've only done one side so I can show you the difference. So obviously this side there's no hole at the moment. This side I drilled the hole. Had to be quite accurate with the position of this because essentially there's not a huge amount of room for the screw head before it catches on that feature, and also we want to make sure that the screw head doesn't interfere with the stem. So bit of drilling there. I always use a dot punch before you start to drill, just so your drill doesn't wander. The other modification is this part here that I got from Brick Lane Bikes, the adapter for the down tube shifters. I had to shorten that slightly, so you can probably see that, just so it didn't bottom out, and you'll see that in a bit. The other part I had to modify was the down tube shifter screw. Just shorten that, so hacksaw and file. And the biggest part that I modified was this part here. That was the biggest mod. Just a quick tip on this. So I've got the other one already in the vise. You'll need a vise for this. If you haven't got one, you can pick them up second hand, very cheap. Well worth the money. You'll never look back. So basically I'm cutting this part here off. So it's basically hacksawing, then filing, and I won't bore you with actually doing that, but I'll just show you the difference between the two parts. So, another tip: use a bolt like that to clamp it together. It's going to be difficult to hold otherwise. So that's just a tip there. Okay, so this was the original part. So this part here actually sits around the down tube and will prevent rotation. So that's a key attribute of this component. Now when I mount it on here, obviously I need it to, this is reasonably flat. You'll see there, that's going to be no good at all. So that's why I've basically sawn off these parts. But I've also created a chamfer on there and a slight flat on here, so you might be able to see that. And the reason is I need to make sure that the part doesn't rotate. So if you can see that part now sits on there, and when I do the whole thing up, and I've made sure that my flat is aligned with the key feature on there, that's quite important. Put that like that, shortened screw goes on. I'll just quickly do that. Okay, and then we have our non-rotating down tube shifter, and basically on the bars it's going to look like this. So what I'll do is I'll crack on with the other side, and we'll go from there. So see you later on in part 4.